Ann Leahy is the state member for Warrego, which covers the area where this atrocity happened. She joins me live now. And there is shock around the nation, having seen the events there last night in your area. I can only imagine what the reaction has been locally.
Oh, Kieran, people locally here are shocked. They're coming to terms with, this horrendous situation that occurred yesterday afternoon and last night. And it still gives you goosebumps. And when we talk about it, and that's how people are feeling, is that, we don't expect these sorts of things to happen between Tara and Chinchilla. They're the things we hear about on the international news.
When you come from the bush and from towns like Chinchilla or Tara, anyone watching would know the local copper, the local police, they're part of the community. They're part of the fabric of society, aren't they?
Absolutely, Kieran. They are the person next door. They're your neighbour. They're your friend. They're the person that, your kids go to school with at the local school, the person you get to know, and their families are the same. And my heartfelt condolences to the families of the police officers who were, killed, and also the innocent bystander who's also a constituent of my electorate as well. It's a really tragic time, and, we're there to support the community and those families and the entire police family right across Queensland.
And we've just been looking at the images and the faces of those two young police officers who are so tragically shot dead doing their job. It really is hard to fathom, isn't it, as you look at the potential start of their careers and taken from their families, their loved ones, in this violent act, Ann.
Well, that's the thing. They are young people starting out in their careers, starting out as we want young people to come out into the regions and start their careers. And it's just so sad, and it's very, very difficult to come to terms with. It's difficult for the community members to come to terms with as well. And, we are certainly reaching out to them and happy to provide any support that they need and comfort during this very, very difficult time for both the communities of Tara and Chinchilla and the surrounding districts.
And so what have your local constituents, what's been the message to you today as you've walked around the place?
Well, as I've been walking around the streets of in Chinchilla and meeting people from Tara and also Chinchilla, they are shocked today. They are just, feeling the impact of the severity of what has happened. And, they're looking for answers. I'm not sure if we'll have all of those answers in the short to medium term, but they want to talk about it, and they're concerned about the level of the violence that occurred and that it shouldn't really happen in this community. It's just so unexpected, which is what makes it so shocking.
I know the Queensland Police Union have launched an appeal for support for the families. I guess people in your community across Queensland, across the country, will want to know how they might be able to help the families of these young officers, these young constables who were killed.
Look, there is the opportunity to provide that support, and you can find that information on the Queensland Police Union's website. There's also, I'm working at the moment to see what we can do to help support the innocent bystander who was, killed as well. So we're working our way through with local agencies as to how we can do that, and with our local government and the support mechanisms that we have across the Western Downs.
And for our viewers who are tuning in from around the nation, give us a sense of what the area is like there.
Well, fortunately at the moment, the area is beautiful and green. It is just the place that you would want to live around Chinchilla and Tara. It's a very tight-knit community who will band together to provide support to each other. And, at the moment, we're just all, a little bit shocked with what's occurred yesterday. But these communities are very resilient. They've been through, droughts, through bushfires, through border closures, they are very resilient, and they will come back and they will support even stronger those families and our police force across this region. And I might just add that it's not just the police officers from Tara. There are also many other police officers who came to the support of their colleagues at Tara, and other communities like Miles, Chinchilla and Dalby. We're also trying to support them as well and thinking of them during this very difficult time for them.
Yeah, incredible bravery, including from the young constable who had only been out of the academy, as I understand it, a matter of weeks, who crawled to escape and to raise the alarm, Anne. And then I'm also advised that the other emergency services who were in attendance, that a number of those are volunteers, like the local fireys.
Well, that's right. Not everyone. We don't have everybody, there in a paid position. Quite often we find that our ambulance drivers are volunteer drivers. Our fireys, our rural fire brigades are all volunteers, and they are our first responders. And I think we need to gather around them and provide support. And it would have been very difficult for our paramedics who were on the scene yesterday, and we need to extend our support to them and make sure that they feel that they are very valued, and we can't survive without them in these regional areas because they do such a tremendous job for our community during the times, the good times, but they're also there for us when things go pear-shaped like they have done yesterday.